Hello, I'm LuAnn Oliver, couples and sex therapist with Heartswell in Arlington, Virginia, and I would like to chat with you about premarital counseling. Somebody recently asked me, is premarital counseling a good idea? And I thought, absolutely. Premarital counseling is a wonderful idea, and the good news is we're seeing more and more premarital couples in our practice. These are couples that may be coming to premarital counseling for traditional reasons. It's encouraged by their family or by their church. Others are coming to counseling before marriage because they have some difficulties and they want to navigate these to really have a stronger foundation for their relationship moving forward. Sometimes they also want to know, are the challenges that we're facing things that we can overcome? I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I think premarital counseling is a great idea. Number 1, it establishes a precedent in the relationship that if we have difficulties, we're open to getting help. Anytime anyone is open to getting help, opening to inviting themselves to hear another person's perspective, let somebody in to help them self-reflect and learn something about themselves and about their partner, that demonstrates a healthy relationship pattern and an individual who is ready and willing and able to have a healthy relationship. Number 2, what often is part of premarital counseling, it's always a part of our premarital counseling at Heartswell, is we're helping each partner to understand their attachment style. This is so important because we are all a bit unique in how we reach out in a relationship, what we long for in a relationship, how we communicate that. And our partner is often different. If we're the same pattern, it can actually create some challenges because if we're different, we're pulling in different good qualities to this partnership. So there are kind of categories that attachment styles fall into. You've probably heard of them before. One is secure, where I feel comfortable being close and I don't get overly worried when we have conflict or disconnection. I generally trust that I'm loved and that our relationships will be reliable. This often comes from a healthy attachment to a parent or caregiver or other healthy relationships that we have had prior to a relationship. However, everyone has a response when they are in distress or disconnect, and we will either turn it up and pursue the person, that our attachment person, or we will turn it down to try to reduce the stress. Neither of those is problematic until they fall into an extreme pattern, into a really fixed, rigid pattern. Each of those can offer benefit to the relationship, and most relationships have one who is more likely to pursue, which is an anxious attachment style, and one who is more likely to withdraw, which is a more avoidant pattern. Some of us do both, and we call that anxious avoidant. And sometimes we're pursuing, but then when we experience a lot of closeness, sometimes we get a little overwhelmed by that. And so that attachment pattern can be fairly confusing. However, with awareness, it is something that we can navigate as partners. The third benefit to premarital counseling, of many, but the third one I'm going to mention today, is it gives us a chance to clearly communicate our thoughts and feelings around some specific topics. At Heartswell, we're going to bring up basically 5 categories in the premarital counseling and choose which ones would be most beneficial to explore on a deeper level. But these are sometimes things you're not talking about in depth, or we're making assumptions based on our family of origin about how things should be, and we're not really paying attention to the differences that we may have. These 5 categories are your attachment style, your sexual style, personality and needs, and some of your sexual history as desired and as appropriate in this context. The third is money, and financial habits and expectations and hopes. The fourth is household management, how you handle your space and your environment, and what your hopes are in terms of a partnership in a household. And the last would be family, including the future family you're creating with this unit, and also extended family, family of origin, and what kind of role you hope that they will play in this, in support of this new family unit. So those are the 3 reasons and the 5 topics that we address in premarital counseling. I highly encourage anyone who is entering into that new space in their romantic relationship, into a more committed space, to do this work prior to fully entering into that commitment, not because it's gonna change your mind about things necessarily, but we are in a space of more negotiation and more checking things out in that earlier stage in our relationship. Sometimes if we wait till we're deeper into the relationship, we've been hurt by things that we haven't talked about, or we feel stuck in the situation, maybe surprises come up and we feel more powerless. So choosing to do this work prior to your making the full commitment into a long-term relationship will set you up for success. And I highly encourage all couples to do this work, or any couples early in their relationship. Perhaps you've already entered into this commitment and you're still negotiating and navigating some new things. It is not too late to do this work. And at Heartswell, we are ready for you, and we have a plan for you, and we want to make this a good, meaningful experience for you. I invite you to reach out to us at liveheartswell.com, and we hope to see you soon. Best wishes to you as you embark on this challenging and fulfilling and exciting journey of long-term love and commitment.